What is my keybind for that? That's a good question. I don't remember. Embed delete. Okay, it is just that. Sick. Oh! Hi! Hopefully the music is good volume. I hope this has somebody using something different. But in doubt. We'll see how it goes. It's just... what is it? The Star Guardian Taliyah Sessions playlist, I guess, technically, from it's Riot Games, but it's specifically designed to be copyright free. So, wish me luck. Yeah, that'll be. Here's hoping. I think it might be slightly loud, because I know I had this set up to be... Come on, mouse. Mouse, please. You can see that, but whatever. Doesn't really matter if you see that. Well, that is kind of funny that that pulls that up. I'm just gonna turn that off so it doesn't cause issues later on with the capture. But that's another... Shouldn't be a problem. Anyway. That's probably a little better. So. Yeah, I don't have too many plans for this, other than obviously playing a couple of games, because I just feel like playing a couple of games in League is one of the few games that I can actually do that with. Refer back to the previous stream if you are confused. It is what it is. I don't think it'll be every time. I wouldn't expect every time. Because it is a bit more draining. I have to pay attention to the game. I want to pay attention to chat. It just gives me something to do. I didn't Discord up, right? Teehee. Well, they know now. What the hell else was there? Oh, I didn't do Marcus Red, whatever. Okay, so that's that. That's like a that. There we go. I only forgot for 3 minutes, so you know, it could have been worse. I feel like I'm slightly tall. I'm slightly high up. Should be done slightly though. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So yeah, the goal for today is play some Locke. Assuming he isn't banned, because... or picked by the opponent. Although his pick rate is dropping off because I think a lot of people are figuring out he's not just broken OP, as in free win OP. He's definitely strong. I think his W should probably get a couple of changes. I don't know what exactly though, I'm not a game developer. But it does heal back rather a lot. Which makes trading with him complicated. Maybe it should have a longer cooldown or something. I don't know. The thing that definitely isn't ridiculous, although it doesn't want, is his damage, which I know it's the obvious thing that, right, oh, that person just exploded. But then you take a second, you think about it, okay, that person just exploded. facing a assassin who's like 2 levels on them, has 2 items on them, and, you know, somewhere in the realm of 15 to 16 kills at like 15-ish minutes into the game. Because their lane opponent didn't respect. There's plenty of assassins in League, if you weren't aware. We'll just take Katarina because that's the most obviously applicable option, but Katarina is probably easier to carry on than Locke is, and has been in the game for years. She does similar levels of damage, has more mobility, arguably, also being a reset champion, and she just outright does more damage, because her thing is she throws out a dagger, it bounces off some stuff, usually 3 targets, if there are 3, so 1 target or up to 3 targets, doing some damage, and then it plops into the ground and has a little AoE thing around it basically saying, don't stand near this. That won't matter because the AoE is larger than you think it is, and she can blink to it with one of her other abilities, which is also a basic ability. So it's pretty much always up, which then resets the cooldown of said basic ability. So she can throw the dagger, blink onto the dagger, auto-attack you, and then blink out. And get an electrocute proc, which does a bunch of extra damage. So now you're at like half HP, level 2. What does Locke do, you ask? He has to hit you with 3 skill shots in order to get his actual big damage burst combo. And then he has to auto-attack you to even proc the damage. And that doesn't reset his dash. Because he has to get a takedown to reset his dash. So kill and assist. I don't know about you, but those seem very different. I'd call the first one more OP than the second. And the first one's been just accepted by the community for the past however long Katarina's been in her current state, which is at least a few years. But he's new, and because he has all the damage locked behind his Q, and he has to auto-attack you to proc it, it looks more visually impressive than Katarina jumping on someone, they instantly disappear, and you're just like, huh. Well, I hit it with like 3 abilities, it makes sense. It looks like you're hit by 1 ability that kills you, but you get it by 2. And he only has 2 damaging abilities. So he lands all 3 Qs, and then he E's on top of you. Maybe he ults, and you don't have flash or slight move speed advantage, and so you get hit by it. He doesn't do more damage, he just does it in a different way. That is arguably more fair. But the thing he does do really well is Snowball. Because once he starts snowballing, it doesn't really matter that his E only resets on takedown, because he will just kill you with 2 nails and his E on top of you. But that's any assassin in the game. If they're fed, there's no counterplay. You just die if you're squishy. I really do dislike people's tendency for, oh, this thing is new, and oh, it's broken. Have I taken the time to learn how to play against it? No. But it's broken! Nerf it! Oh, narrative. Holy. Keeping in mind that when the Fury released, she could build both Black Cleaver, which is an armor pen item, but it stacks up, and any other Last Whisper pen item, which doesn't stack up and just gives you a flat percentage-based armor pen. I don't think I need to explain how that's useful to an AD assassin. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know if I like this more or if I like the Diana one more. As far as the music goes. We might flip-flop. This is pretty okay for the, like, talking portion, I suppose. That's a little higher energy than I usually bring. But, you know, could be worse. Could be worse. What did I have this on? I have an analytic. Yeah, I think I did have it on analytics. Yeah, there we go. So that's about where we stand. I will be playing Locke, or I will be playing Nefiri, then probably either Ari or Akali. I almost said Katarina. No. My Akali's a little rusty because I haven't played a ton of her lately, but can probably make it work. I will be doing slightly more. I'm gonna try something new, basically, because, like I said last time, part of the reason why I wasn't streaming games was because I neither played the game to my fullest capability nor chatted with you guys to my fullest capability. There's a better way to put that, but I couldn't think of it, so we're gonna go with that. I am going to try to make sure that I am, you know, doing well in the game first and foremost, but that is the plus side of League versus like a Deadlock or a War Thunder. Maybe slightly less War Thunder, but still War Thunder is War Thunder, so I don't think we need to get into that. And that there's some downtime to chat, and I am going to take some breaks in between the games because overstimulation is still a thing that exists. Thank you. Probably more autism than ADHD. So, to mitigate that, just take some breaks in between the games, chat with you guys, relax, not stress overly much about the game itself, just a little reset. I mean, hey, the pros take a break between games. Why shouldn't I? Yeah, they're usually doing more strategizing, but hey, I could like fill it with looking at how that game went, because you can just... I think it would probably download fine, as far as speed goes, because you can download the replay almost immediately. Which I thought I was gonna do with this, and I thought I was gonna do like a post-com thing, but then I realized I can't pay attention to the commentary. Even if I wrote a script, that's just not how my brain works. Like, I could write a script and read from the script and probably do pretty well as far as the acting portion goes and like getting the right emotion and delivery, blah blah blah. But I can't do that while also looking at the gameplay at the same time, because my stupid brain's like, oh, but what if we also like reviewed the game in real time? Mostly because trying to sync up gameplay and commentary in post is incredibly painful. It's not ideal. Not ideal. But not really relevant to this, because there's a lot of Locke games, yes. Play a game. Try and do well. You'll get commentary anyway, because I basically just make commentary on things as they happen when I'm not streaming, so you'll have that to look forward to. And this plays, I'm sure. Friendly reminder that target champions only is very useful for tower dives. Yeah. How long have we been in? 14. I'll give it a couple more minutes. And then I'll probably hop into game. But yeah, besides that, oh, that's all said and done. I've pontificated enough. Nothing super exciting life-wise. Just planning content. Dreading having to do yard work, because I don't know if you've ever had to do stuff like cutting the grass or pulling weeds when you have allergies and it's spring, which if you might know is allergy season. Yeah, the last time that I did that, which is part of the whole trauma response thing, I was basically just sick for like 3 days. It's a great time, yeah. Can't recommend at all, but that's what I'm trying to avoid. It did rain yesterday. I'm probably gonna end up doing it tomorrow, which is good that I got the stream today so that I don't have to worry about doing that. I could just like record some videos or something in the meantime. I don't know. Probably edit. I do have footage for videos, which I haven't 100% nailed down. Yeah, because anyway, you can't actually see the. Okay, that's Discord. That's not my. There's me. Hey, me. I go like here. I want to say. No, decline. Cool. And then I can go like here. Sick. Okay, now you can see. Oh, right? I'm both stupid and rusty. Okay, like give me a break. Anyway. This is the one that I was trying to record and post. First off, I don't remember what I was talking about. We're gonna continue with this. First off, League's replay system is kind of ass. By kind of, I mean it's very, very clunky. And janky at the same time. Those are on top of each other. They layer. Multiplicative, if you will. So, not the most fun experience. I would rather just do a live recording, which is saying something because recording it live means that if I want to use my model, I need to have my phone plugged in and use that, and my phone doesn't have unlimited battery. Can't really replace it at the moment either, so I need to not completely kill the battery because it's not exactly getting charged by my PC anyway, so it's just... There's a lot of things to juggle at the moment, is the point. I'm figuring it out. You'd think that after... Was it almost 2 years? Oh no. I can check this in a really easy way, actually. Because I have all of my VODs on this channel. So I can easily go to videos, oldest, and see 2 years ago. I feel like it's like 2 years and, well, no, it would have been March. Those have been like 3. So yeah, it was 2 years and a couple of months now since I started this, you'd think, but there was a lot of different things that happened. It's not been a very stable experience, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say it wasn't fun. For the most part, it was. I wouldn't still be doing it otherwise. But, not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. It's a work in progress. I have most, besides recording old videos, because I don't know if you've seen Pizang, or Pizang, however you want to say his name. Basically the best Yasuo in the world. How he does his videos is kind of something I want to take some inspiration from. He generally takes games that he played on stream and then edits them down. I don't think I'm going to be playing it on stream reliably enough for that, but then again, if I'm doing like one video a week and a half, maybe that is. I haven't decided, but I also like talking more, so there's a non-zero chance that I do some post commentary and like maybe flop back and forth to figure out which one I like more, but I've settled so far on I like recording just the gameplay live because it's easier, even if the whole model thing is annoying. And yeah, probably it's just gonna be that because like ultimately I had more of like the whole journey aspect of it, the moments, because you get moments of action or something funny, or you get something insightful or whatever. And I'm aware that I'm probably better on like just talking content, but as far as this channel goes, it's supposed to be about game and streaming, so I still haven't figured out what the hell I'd do if I did ASMR. Okay, that's it's a problem for later me. If I even want to do that, because I think about that, I'm like, what would I even talk about? Because I'm not gonna just do like, go through the motions of auditory things and like little crinkling paper or whatever. It would be me talking. So then what would I talk about? Do I write a script? Do a roleplay thing? Like, probably. But how do I want to do that? This is the whole thing of my brain where it becomes, there's too many options and not enough things that I've tried to narrow down what I like or don't yet, or like doing or can do even. So it's just kind of a work in progress. Yeah. I'll figure it out. I feel like I'm slightly rushing the end. Okay, so this is the other thing that I said I wanted to do, is do less rushing. Because in the past, I felt like I needed to go, right? Like, oh, otherwise people will tune out, blah, blah. Well, if they do, they do. I can't control that. It just means that this probably wasn't the right stream for them in the first place. I tend to yap. This is what I do. Fox. I'm not gonna say that what I say isn't insightful enough time, alright? Like, there's plenty. You'll learn some stuff. Sort of a thing that I do. You'll notice when we get to the gameplay, I tend to, especially if a play goes wrong or whatever, I like dissecting to figure out why it went wrong so that I don't repeat it. Because first off, if I don't do it right then, I'm probably going to forget. Second, I'm dead. What the hell else am I going to do? Or I'm stuck farming in a side lane because my team is dead, so what else am I going to do? What does it smell? It's probably fine to drink. Sign up, well, we'll see. I think it's probably just the mix of the tea. And then this, I guess that would explain why I thought I should go with the other flavor. Sparkling water. Not because I'm pretentious like that or I think it's, well, I mean, I do think it's better, but it's because of stimming. Okay, it's more stimulating. But it does kind of taste like... If you've ever been to the doctors and they put the, like, contrast for a... I think it's MRI or ultrasound. Both, really. Right? That taste that you get on your tongue, yeah, that tastes like sort of chemically paper. Not entirely sure I should drink more of that. Leaning towards no. Because it's kind of weird. We'll see how that goes. I do have normal water. Boring, but hydrating. Oh, I could definitely drink more of that. I do tend to get hyper-focused and forget, so... Yeah! Not great, since, you know, your brain needs fluids, your body in general needs fluids, it literally impacts your ability to function if you don't have enough water, as boring as it is. So, yeah. That. Anyway. Let's... Why does it do this more lately? It just forgets. Oh no. Top is a priority role? Oh. Oh. Okay, well... We get top if we get top. That was quick. Okay. Auspicious. Hopefully. Hopefully auspicious. Could be inauspicious. It's nothing because we don't get into the game. Anyway. Yes, I guess this is the downside of not really doing much else with my life at the moment. There's not a lot of exciting stories to share or anything. I just... Thankfully, I'm good at yapping. So we're... I guess most people probably just be sitting here saying not much, or watching a video or something. I just talk. I know some other content creators will, like some more streamers in that regard, will like go through other people's streams and like just something to do. I can't be bothered. I also don't want to deal with that because my PC is mildly precarious, as things stand. So don't really feel the need to add further to my mental load. Most people would just ban Locke. I'm not going to ban Locke, because I know he's not broken. Also, just learn how to play against him. Like, that's, yeah. Hello, baseline. What? Y'all are... That's a lot of emotes. That's a lot of emotes. Bullish for having fun. Silos. I have a feeling I'm getting enough... Never mind.
Guilt's a sickness, and I've got the cure.
LeBlanc, bro, please, I report you for int. Why didn't you ban LeBlanc? Okay. Yeah. Happy for you. Oh. Who the F is Locke? He's the newest champion. What do you mean? Have you been living under a rock? By rock, I mean CS2. But yeah, you'll see. Locke is such a good Jesus. Hello, Meta Slave. I only play things that are good and that are statistically broken. Just relax. I don't know what's going on in my chat. This is feeling moderate. Okay, if I can't snowball this, this feels cooked. I am just going to mute my AD carry because I don't want to deal with it. Oh, before we get into the game, music volume good? Because I don't really have a way to test that myself. Close that so that it'll work fine. That's there. Alright, cool. Seems fine. Sick. Alright, so Locke, if you are not aware, AP Assassin. He's about a week old, and his specialty is snowballing. I'm a little far over, arguably.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Because I'm not exactly worried about getting ghosted on, and as a very, very... I don't think Mido even describes me as a streamer. But also, yeah, I'm in gold, barely, because this game hates me. As I'm sure you could tell from my very synergistic, wholesome teammates.
Did a little soul searching. It'll make my job easier. You've got issues you
Don't let him know. Alright, cool. That's all I cared about. What the hell? Alright, good. Yeah. Rule number 1 of Locke. Do not let that happen. That is literally it. Could be like a decibel louder. Alright, noted. I will probably remember that for later. I'm just gonna get this.
We all have our demons,
And him at the same time. Fully patooly. Don't care. Oh, hi, Nunu. Okay.
Death is optional, if you know the right spells.
I don't know how I didn't get that auto attack. I just needed the one. I needed a tiny amount of damage to kill him, and then I don't think I care, because then it's a 1-for-1 in a 1v2, but whatever.
Ignorance isn't bliss, it's cowardice.
It was a good swap from him on that. I don't particularly care. I will do just fine. I'm hoping that he pushes the way. I can grab that, and I don't care. I can now outtrade him at my leisure. And hopefully not get snowballed, which is honestly the only reason I can't play more aggressive in this lane. Alright, that's gonna be annoying. So he's gonna just swap every time.
Pain's a constant.
Okay.
It gets worse.
I love Nunu lanes. They're great. My Briar is never gonna show up because I'm against a Zed. Which is great.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, show up in any reasonable, meaningful capacity. At least he doesn't have first strike. Huh? They have a what support? Sorry, I just missed a couple of minions because I just got distracted. They have a Kha'Zix support. I'm fine with that. I just leave because I can't be bothered. Nunu will be back. Ignite is up in 30. I will just die. It is a cannon wave. We will just reset. Is Boots better? Maybe. Maybe not. Depends really. I can already see that it's going to be annoying. This one is not
See right through him.
incredibly stupid because he didn't just immediately swap. I think the best I'm gonna get on him is like 2 nails. Oh, okay.
It's me. The consequence of your actions.
So I guess we'll just aim for that. Dodge his Shurikens with my E. At least one of them, because then I just heal up with my W. Thank you, minion, for running under.
Ritual begins.
Fantastic. Oh, barely. One auto. Or if I actually... I could have gotten 3 on... I could have gotten all 3 into him there. And if I did, that would be an extra 20% damage,
Something for that.
which would have mattered, because that would have been him dead. We'll put that down to ADHD. What do you... You psychopath.
Pointing my mother.
Oh, barely. Can I just hold this? If I just hold this in base? I say base because I just lost half my HP and there's no fruit in the river, so. Age-old back for hot. I pushed entirely too fast because of the cannon. I did think about that.
It's the righteous ones.
Whenever let's use our W to get back to lane, get the XP, which is mostly what I want. Ow. My Briar. My Briar is truly... I missed that. Holy. Thank you, Briar. That's great. So wait for him to use his W. Maybe I get a splash. He's gonna play cocky as hell. He doesn't have ult though, which means he really doesn't get to do that.
Yeah, that didn't work for me.
My bot lane is losing. I can't stop him from getting that minion. I can't be bothered. I want my cannon.
I used to spare the guilty. Now I know better.
Ah, classic Zed. Easy. Oh, hey, Nunu. Oh, the
That's not good.
Kha'Zix is that dinky? See, this isn't blocking any wards that'd be in there because it's not in the bush, so I don't know if it had wards. So I sort of rushed that.
Demons get a bad rap.
If I get 3 into him, he's just dead. But I don't get to decide that, because if he just Qs me once, then I'm probably dead. I also didn't hit W again, because I'm not used to doing that yet. He also has ult.
Evil loves to hide behind good intentions. Ready to confess. Truth hurts.
Really? The boots, huh? Omnivant boots. Interesting.
Oh, it gets worse.
Okay, we're just engaging. We are just engaging. That's great. Fantastic. Why aren't we just leaving? I don't have ult. I don't want to fight that. I'm just gonna
Back where you belong.
do that because I want the execute special. Oh boy. Play like a cocky idiot, please.
Reap what you sow.
I want it. I'm tired of your BSery, and you literally fed my opponent a kill.
Honest in death.
I didn't want to go through like that, but it's fine. Got it. Alright. We're somewhat even again. I get my item because I didn't go for...
Honesty. It's my only rule.
Here, we'll go with that. Maybe it's ladder, maybe it isn't. Oh, I could have got a dark seal. Welcome to why getting an item advantage is so advantageous.
Spare me the sob story. Exorcism. Very high mortality.
An ally has been slain.
Oh. Oh. Bad. Why is that still there? Oh god, Briar, could you like... Okay.
Here we go again.
I left my team. Okay, so that's there. I think it's the only meaningful... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why the Kha'Zix support into a Vayne Melio is 7-2.
A little death never bothered me.
I don't think I get that this game. Also, really? Nunu was sitting the that's like, what? I don't know. Very weird passage of play.
Not many souls
Alright,
worth
so
saving.
our jungler is
Trust me,
diffed.
I've looked.
But it is a Briar. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that.
An
Oh my
ally
god,
has
you're...
been slain.
Damn. He had that. Of course he did. Yeah, that was his W, Briar. I don't know what you want from me. I don't have flash. If I had flash, he's just dead.
I don't believe in clean slates.
It was really just a Hail Mary. I don't know if it was worth it. Probably not, because now I don't have my ult for a minute 20, but... realistically,
Cleanse
he's got his ult already, so like, I don't really care. I can't fight him. I just don't get to fight him, purely because... oh, come on. That slow is actually enough to stop me from getting that. And I can't go in, because Nunu will roll. He will roll on mid.
Enemy rampage.
Like that. With literally no counterplay. Imagine if I didn't have my E. I don't know why Elo can't play against Nunu. It's not that hard.
If everyone did a little
I think if I go and I just die, no?
my job easier.
Of course, the cannon lives on one. Oh, we'll just do one more wave.
But we don't all feed them.
Oh my god. So I have Nunu who can roll. I have a Kha'Zix who can use Invis, or just show up in the lane randomly. And I have to outplay a Zed, who's gotten 2 free kills off of my jungle. This is what they call non-ideal circumstances. I think the game is just over and there's literally nothing I can do about it.
An ally has been slain.
Unless they play so stupid that my Briar gets really fed and can just face roll them, in which case we're fine. But they also have a Kale. I didn't press my W. Kind of important, because then I wouldn't have died.
Shut down.
I did get his barrier. Man, because I get back 400 HP if I press my W. I only needed like 100 more? I needed like 100 more HP to survive that. Oh, okay.
Ignorance isn't bliss. It's cowardice.
That was probably my main chance to get back into the game, for myself at least. It doesn't solve my team being... Interesting. Thanks, Melio. I definitely needed the help with the wave clear. I'm gonna miss that. Oh, huge. $550 gold shutdown. I'm very intrigued in making this work. There's a Kha'Zix running down. the hell happened to my character model?
Enemy double kill.
I did more damage than I took. We take those. That's not really... the Kha'Zix is easier to kill than the Ezreal. Yeah. I'm kind of down. Because, like, I'm not gonna change this game. I mean, I can if I get an opportunity, but I'm not getting an opportunity because they're just very, very fed. Not much to do about it. That's gonna die.
Any last words?
Also, in case you're wondering, the reason why I can't really guarantee that I get to do anything in this game is they have a Kale. And because they have a Kale,
Enemy has been
she can just say that someone doesn't die. So then it doesn't really matter what I... okay. What I do? Because I can't burst anyone
An enemy has been
faster than she can just hit a single button on top of them. However, it does seem like they're kind of throwing.
The first monster I ever knew?
So maybe. I don't. Okay, Nunu's dead. Kha'Zix is dead. It's doable,
An enemy is legendary.
but tricky. That's all you had to not do. We have a Pampy on top? Oh, so we do. Goodbye, Emilio.
Enemy is unstoppable.
2 items add. Is this worthwhile? Probably not. I think I'd just die if I try this. Kinda figured. Kale still had ult. Is it worth? I get Zed Flash and Kale ult. Briar didn't try and ult that though. She tried to ult the Nunu. I'm landing on not worth. Oh man. That's so much gold. It doesn't even matter what I say. I am 2 levels down on that. I just die if I try and go in there. I don't do anything there. Cool. Not a lot to be done.
Big lies, see through them.
I mean, you could try and one-shot me. Theoretically, I can press W. And live. Kind of like that. Now it's not theoretical. See, now it's just proven. It's proven fact. I can live.
Disappointing my mother.
Oh boy. If this game is a win, it is going to be a slog. Because that is a 3 item Zed.
It's the righteous ones you want to keep an eye on.
Which means he basically just one-shots me instantly.
Oh, it gets worse.
worth. It does kind of exhibit how utterly worth. Oh my. Okay.
An enemy is legendary.
Sure,
Locke
the true
ultimate
bird.
is a joke.
But it hurts less than a nail through the head.
I think I can just move on this. I will take that. I did want that. That's not what I wanted to do! I hate that bug. Okay, so one problem with Locke at the moment is he has a bug, which if... Okay, let me explain this three. Well, it's E. His E is a two-part dash. The first part's a blink, which means it's basically flash. And the second part is an AoE dashy auto attack thing that lands on definitely in the area and it's AoE. If you spam Q, it has a tendency to just send the second part of the E on whoever it is that you're queuing. Which is, you know, what in the hell is happening on whatever, I'm gonna go get the wave. Nice, Pantheon.
An ally has been slain.
This
It just like sending the second dash. But part of that is my mouse, double clicking. I want one more wave. I didn't want to auto attack that again. There's a really quick auto attack after the second E dash as well. Oh. Cool, thank you.
spare the guilty.
My ult right now? Really? I think I base to get my item damage. Welcome to Briar. So I should point out that Baron is up. Bonk. Lament the entire wave that is dying all the way over there. I am. Alright, so like I said, minion, please stop. I should do one more.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Zed is alive. I don't know where. One, two. Cool. Alrighty. moderately recovered. I could go Zanya's, we're behind, I won't do that. I will now go into Zanya's, because it will be useful. For a number of reasons.
It's my only rule.
But it's just Zanya's, it's like the best item in the game, let's be honest here. All I have to do is play around my somewhat inting Briar. Please tell me we are not flipping a Baron against a Nunu. We are flipping a Baron against a Nunu with... Oh my god. Okay. Why would we want Soul? You're so right. Why wouldn't we want them to get Infernal Soul? It's gone. My Briar is gone. I just wanted to kill him. Well, that was our only chance because they're all low and our Briar inted, which means we're not holding that. Yes, that is GG because our Briar literally decided to YOLO her ultimate into the obviously dragon that they're on. Because why wouldn't they be going for soul? Oh boy. They're sure saying, but Casey, if you didn't go in, wouldn't they just end? Like, wouldn't you just kill them anyway because they'd be low? No, because they'd base. So her doing that meant that we had to instantly go in to try and kill them all. Or at least enough of them that they couldn't end the game, and then we have Baron buff, we can get some stuff. But my Briar is the picture of impatience. And so... yeah. Welcome to my average League of Legends experience. Enemy team has obviously troll unorthodox pick. What the hell does Kha'Zix support do? It's Pyke without CC. But my Melio Vayne lost to it, which then means I have to deal with a Nunu and a Kha'Zix coming mid for a Zed. My character wants to play aggressive and snowball, but I can't play aggressive because there's permanently someone else there, and my jungler fed my lane twice. So, technically playable, in the loosest sense of the word, but not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. Oy vey. Let's try the water again. Yeah, it's back to normal. It doesn't taste like paper. That's great. One good thing came out of this. Taste buds reset. Well, what could I have done differently? There's a couple of fights I got suckered into trying to be part of, which is probably my weakest point as a player. I generally know when I should and should not go in or try and fight, but I haven't quite figured out when I should just let my teammates die and when I need to try and just go because they went. For instance, that last fight. That's one where, to me at least, it's blatantly obvious we need to go because they just got Dragon Soul. They're gonna reset if we don't go. And then we don't have our Briar, who's the only reason that we're still in the game. Because it's kind of just how Briar works. She just skill checks people. Not even skill checks, she stat checks people. Briar can basically almost always kill you if you are not a bruiser. Especially if they go lethality, which she went crit lethality. Very greedy, snowbally Briar build, which she should not have done because it was not ideal. Seeing as they have 2 assassins and a Kale, which means they just won't die. So, definitely not the best option, but it's what she did. It doesn't mean she can kill them, but she also can't take damage because she has no HP bar. But yeah, the only thing that I could have done is not got suckered into a couple of those fights, like that one mid fight. It's fairly early in the game where I tried to go, like I got stuck because I had hesitated. It was my Briar and the Zed, well, versus the Zed and I think the Nunu. And I wanted to go try and help kill them, but the Kha'Zix was ulted somewhere after having just killed my AD carry, I want to say? Oh no, my Melio maybe? One of the two. And then he showed up behind me, and then I lost all of my HP. Because obviously it's a Kha'Zix. And then I ended up dying because the Zed flashed on me. That's one of those where I just have to cut my losses, I think. And go, okay, well, my jungler inted again. It is what it is. There's nothing to salvage. Just stay alive so I can keep getting CS and farm and get stronger. Because the more you play this game, the more you'll figure out that'll happen anyway. You'll just have teammates that didn't. But the part where you guaranteed lose the game is when you in with them. Right? Yeah, they'll probably be annoyed and flame because they just inted and they're pissed off at themselves and embarrassed, and so they turned it on to other people because it can't be their fault. But if you want to actually win the game, you need to make sure that you're in a position to win the game, and if you're dead, you're not getting farm. If you're not getting farm, you're not getting gold. If you're not getting gold, you can't get items. If you don't get items, you can't do anything. It's kind of like on an airplane when they tell you that if the gas masks drop, put yours on first before trying to help somebody else. It's the same idea. You have to make sure you're in a position to carry or facilitate the carrying of a carry. If you're like a support or something. Before you actually try helping them, especially if your teammate is just inting. It is what it is. I will say on the Locke front, thing that I noticed is if they have an aggressively ganking jungler, it is a lot harder to actually play the game. Especially against something else with decent damage like a Zed. And also mobility. Because, yeah, I could only ever have gotten 2 nails on him and then he'd swap. And you can dodge Locke's E2. Fun fact. So you can flash it, you can dash out of it, whatever. So annoying. Also, the things that counterlock HP stackers and assassins, so it's playable. I know that I'm better than the Zed. I can beat him and diff him. I did it multiple times, but I don't have a lot of wiggle room. Jungle intervention definitely didn't help. And the classic lowy low can't be bothered to worry about Nunu. Odds forbid you don't just go in instantly every time you can. But you know. Are you done? Are you gonna work now? Alright, cool. So, obviously, I'm gonna do this. Please don't be the same Briar. Hopefully, he doesn't get banned. If he does, we'll go from there. I've been playing around with the idea of Hen mid, because I need something else to play that is AD. Then Neferi, because Neferi is not very blindable. Granted, neither is Hen. But, I don't know. I'm not sold. I haven't figured him out yet. Yeah, I figured. Urgot. Wholesome. What do? I think I'm just gonna ask my ADC, because I don't know if that's the top laner or the jungler or whatever. Alright, cool. No, just raw dog Neferi. Not great. Could just play Ahri. I kind of have to play Ahri.
Fox is never caught.
Yep. This is gonna suck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure QSS doesn't work on Elspar anymore. I think they changed that. See, if I picked an Neferi, they wouldn't have picked these, is the thing. But this is like exactly why I wanted to pick later, so I could have my Neferi game. And it was Urgot. Maybe it might be Urgot Jungle. I have the wrong thing on, but whatever, it's fine. I'm against the Lux in all likelihood. Oh, Malzahar, same thing. I'm gonna get poked by stuff that I can't handle. The Teemo is potentially problematic because do I just full damage?
If the hot springs
Do I
are
just full damage it? He's gonna get tanky, he
it's
won't get
to enter
tanky, he
with
won't get tanky, he'll get
curiosity, so
tanky,
you can
he'll get
see
kinda
with
tanky.
enlightenment.
Oh. Dude, why are people like this?
Minions have spawned.
We have Seraphine, I pick Ahri. Their answer is to pick Ziggs.
Water is my teacher. Calm, serene, powerful. Is it your first time on the mountain?
Good.
Nice and limber. Breathe in, breathe out. How encouraging for business.
Oh, Alice has no TP.
All loosened up.
Alrighty.
Like a warm
How the hell? I just know an Urgot's gonna come into my lane at some point and just... Oh, you didn't even see that. Lol.
fish.
Well, okay, so what you missed is me flashing over this wall because the mouse decided to invade and igniting him with my W going on him, so I have a free kill. I also don't have my flash or ignite, but I mean, that's probably worth.
Our facilities hold immense celebrity clientele.
Did I please hit that? That's cool.
Don't forget to scrub.
What are you doing, buddy? Okay, and your minions are gone.
Do we have
That's just gonna push. I can't stop that. Thank you for walking under turret far enough that I could not kill you, minion. Appreciate that.
treat myself?
An enemy has been slain.
Uh,
An ally has been slain.
I get stressed about scrub.
okay, those didn't die somehow.
My guests share the most fascinating stories.
I got my spot, so I should be fine. I should be able to push this.
We may not have spirits, but we are full
Middle one
of
didn't die, but
spirit.
whatever. I have enough for a lost chapter, which is nice. I am halfway to level 6. Malzahar stayed
Sample my
because
own
he could just push
surfaces.
the wave and get back free mana for doing literally nothing. That's not gonna die. That will die. That won't die. I can't stop his base, and it's what it is.
What could be better than post-massage
Cannon
drinks on a
wave. I'm just gonna
bathhouse
let
roof?
it sit here. I can't freeze on the Malzahar. I'll just hope that he loses a minion.
Time for a little self-care.
Kill his little gubbies.
Need a rest. Ready to cut loose. Did you exfoliate?
Got that. Oh, there's 3 of them. Why did you put that on me? What was the point?
Can you swim? Tonight,
Weirdo?
stars on my
Okay. There is no scary or got in the bush. Yeah, heck you. Oh, not even close, never worried. Not clumsy in the slightest. Entirely clean. It's a Teemo. What is he gonna do? Walk out of the jungle and like flash kill me? It's exactly what he would do, by the way. Please, thank you. Alright, I never get to push the smells out of the lane ever again. Boots might be worth it.
calming in its own way.
I'm gonna go boots because I want to get back to lane faster. And I'm going full damage, so might as well.
The mountain exudes different energies.
Mouse, you were just wasting mana. Oh, well, got it. That hits.
Those who need relief and relief are to seek it.
Every Malzahar is the most skillless player in the history of the game, I swear. "14 seconds to ult."
Ally has been slain.
Currents can be soothing
Cool.
or relentless.
Oh, that's sick. I love that he gets move speed off that. That's fantastic. I have to flash there, or I'm just dead.
It turns out foxes are fine with getting their tails wet.
Oh, we didn't continue. Oh, my Briar's not there. What? Her ult was sent there, and then she should have been way closer. What did she do? She should have been way closer.
Not
Alright, well, whatever.
just more enticing.
Got there in the long run. That should have been 3 kills for us, I feel like. I might have gone too soon. The pings kind of made me feel like she was, I don't know, like here.
Without stress, how
But
could we
it is what it
truly
is.
savor bliss?
Cannot change much. We will Emax. Because longer charm. Okay.
No one knows why our
They're charmed for
springs
longer.
glow in the moonlight.
There we go. And it does more damage. Okay. Malzahar is brain dead. You love to see it.
Me.
An ally has been slain.
Or got his bot. I will just base then.
I must pay our bad house chef a visit. With grace and speed.
Can you not?
Can you swing?
Oh my god. I've been spoiled by Locke CSing. It's so much cleaner.
I need another bulk order of spirit blast.
I guess that didn't give me enough anyway. Oh well. Didn't change a lot.
A peaceful life makes it easy.
I don't know why you flash, but thank you.
My second wish. Did you exfoliate?
I actually got that. Nope.
A body rested, a spirit.
Hey, buddy. Uh-huh. No, please
We
walk
welcome
up.
everyone.
Again, do it.
Except photographers.
By all means. Ow. Alright, are you good? I think you're good. Barely.
Anyone care to join me?
Nope. Oh.
First timers always think the water is too hot.
Killing
Like
How,
saunas.
how did my friar not get executed? I don't understand, but okay. We'll go this. Yeah, we'll go that.
Promise of
Odd Mel's
tranquility
higher.
may seem odd, but peace rewards struggle.
Skillless character.
Oh, listen to this.
What is that gonna do? What was that gonna do? Okay.
Natural minerals with wonder.
Alright. You can't kill it. Enjoy your fat gold though. This has the potential to go further. Oh, okay.
Sometimes the secret is to
He
care
used
less
E.
without being careless.
I have to concede that. I'll get the cannon, which is all I care about. Please no. Fine.
ally has been slain.
Experiencing our springs should feel like a dream.
I don't get to do anything because my briar is dead?
Enemy has been slain.
Can't touch me.
I thought I had one shot that with my
I
E.
offer many paths to tranquility.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Easy. I know you're in the bush, Malzahar.
Fish are I'm turning into a steam.
Or he based.
The bathhouse command.
He based. What the? Okay. Alrighty. Briar, what was the thought process behind that ultimate?
Our facilities cater to many celebrity clients.
What the hell? Oh, he's...
Ally has been slain.
What is going on? I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. It's so pointless for me to be there. Uh-huh. Alright, cool. Oh, she's just so incredibly dead. She's not dead. Oh, there it is.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Okay.
Share the most fascinating stories.
No, I still can't stop his push there. Because it's Malzahar at any point after last chapter, but you know.
Full of spirit.
An ally has been slain.
Don't even know what's going on.
Don't be modest.
Yeah, I don't know what my Briar's doing.
What could be better than a twist-massage?
I don't. I have no mana. This is not ideal.
Water is
Alright, we have to walk this way. I don't have any mana. I will reiterate once again not having any mana. I don't have a support. Oh, I didn't have anything. I needed an auto attack and he dies. Man. Bruh. If I had any mana, that fight was free, but I did not. I did not have any mana, and so the fight was not free. By, yeah.
That firewalk was so intense. I thought I'd
What do you mean? I hate Malzahar and the habits that it gives people. Misses. Oh my god. What would you like me to do about that? Oh boy. Okay, well I tried.
The mountain has a different energy after sunset.
Huge.
Shut down.
My small rat creature lived.
Those who need relief are often the least likely to seek it.
Can I help you, Urgot? Yeah, there's literally nothing to do about that.
Foxes are fine with getting their tails wet.
What are you guys doing if you're not? Oh my god. How do I take minion aggro? God, what a character Urgot is! I hit the Teemo. I did my part. No, if you guys FF this, you should probably just not play the game anymore. Go play some norms or something. You don't have the mentality for this. We should never lose this game. Barely scales, scales, kind of scales, doesn't really scale, but sort of does. But Briar can kill him. The only annoyance is Teemo Q, which kind of cucks them slightly. That's it. Everything else is fine. They just need to not pick the dumbest fights known to mankind. And it's very doable. But for whatever reason, they've decided that they would rather run it down. like my teammates are wont to do. For some reason. Oh, and now
No
he's
one
just
knows
so
why our
funny. Yeah, he's got 3
springs
items
glow
and
in
dead
the night.
mins, and so he just... Whatever. They just get Baron for free. Oh, I just screwed myself. I wanted to ult away. I wanted to Q towards him and ult away. Well, they're not doing Baron. I guess.
An ally has been slain.
I do love that Mouse gets to have more CS than I do, purely because his jungler is playing the map better. It's truly in this, like, season 16 is... You solo killed your opponent multiple times. That's good. Good for you. You're going to lose the game. Mid lane is just the biggest joke role this season. It literally doesn't matter. Unless you're playing an assassin or something that snowballs.
My favorite way to play.
And now my Briar's gonna go die, and I'm not gonna be there because that's pointless. Literally. It's literally pointless.
That's so good. Again.
Yeah,
Tell me more about
he
your
is right.
aromatic selection.
League is not a 1v1 game. Alas, my last 2 junglers have wanted to, well, they've both been Briars, funnily enough, and they both want to play like the game is 1v1,
All the more keen.
and that they're always strong, even though they need, well, they're not. It's Briar. I don't know what you want me to say, but she's not the best early. She needs a little bit of time. She can do a lot of damage, and if she gets ahead, she just snatches everyone, yeah.
Rested, a spirit replenished.
But, you know, okay, there's been a couple of things that have made this game in particular painful. One, I am stuck playing Ahri, which means I don't really have any decision or control over my fate.
Our
It is up to my team.
experience
B, I'm playing against a Malzahar, and for whatever reason,
relaxation.
Low Elo never wants to gank the Malzahar. I think once she tried, and I'm counting once because, like, you know. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. God, if there were not.
We welcome everyone.
How many traps? Please don't be there. Don't be there. Cool. Oh. Okay. I guess here.
Careless without being careless.
Okay. Apparently he has ease up again. If I weren't so stuck going surprise Pikachu face, oh, his E is up, I could have just flashed it, but can we just... brother. You are... Alright. Well, I can see why we're losing this game. I don't want to go
Our
Zanios.
springs really do restore one's spirit.
Where do I go? Well, lets me carry this BSRE. Void Staff, they have like... They have literally no MR. Oh, wow! Yes, that, sure.
Clean it up.
Dragon Soul. Would have been really cool to be able to set up that, you know, just... I don't know why we can't. It's kind of weird, I just blanked out in the last couple of minutes. Goodbye, Teemo. Not, he has Q. Urgot's right next to him, or Briar's dead.
Like a dream.
Has been slain.
Oh no, he did die. Okay. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna keep chasing you, okay?
With grace and speed, I offer many paths to
I'm not gonna... I do no damage to it, bro.
My second plan. I need a pick-me-up. Some Conway tea should do the trick.
I have no ult. Okay, there's a ward there, so... Damn. And then because I'm having to explain to you the basics of the game, instead of just basing, I get distracted and I don't trust my instincts and I die. Last part's on me. Should have just ignored the idiot, who I'm going to mute now because literally trolling brain damage. That would have been nice to have. It's Soul. Congratulations. Do you know what Ari does to a dragon? Literally jack all. The Jin would walk up and fourth shot it. Like Yorick could do it in a heartbeat.
I won't give up my bathhouse so easily.
Wild Ari. Yeah, the only one on our team who's even remotely performing. Yes, it's my fault that we're in this situation, surely. Okay, well that's not worth.
Fish are guests too.
Holy.
Don't bother them.
God damn, I hate people. My Tuat the Seraphine, who's supposed to be sitting behind our entire team, has died 7 times.
Someone sees me one way, and then you another. Such a fun distinction.
He's top. See, like for instance, I can't even take this blue buff if I want it. This is just, I legitimately will lose to blue buff. Because I'll lose so much HP that it's not worth. My Ziggs is here instead of mid, for what reason? Hello?
Has been slain.
I did a lot of damage with that, what the hell?
Has been slain.
Oh,
Enemy killing spree.
GG! Maybe, no, they went to Baron. Okay, well then it's cooked. Oh, thanks for their it's not worth it.
Do we have negative reviews if nobody remembers them?
York is gonna die.
get
Yes,
stressed
Lux.
without stress.
Oh my god. Oh. Something
My
something
guests share the
consequences
most
actions?
fascinating stories.
I think? I don't even know if we kill them.
We may not have spirits.
That missed again because he didn't dodge. 3 seconds to fill my charm again. He has no sterics. That's huge. Minion, can you— I saw you walking at me. Can you please stop getting in my way? Bro.
What could be better than posting?
We take those. Whatever. Whatevs. Can't do a lot about that. By a lot, I mean I can do nothing about that. No. Wow, another S+ performance on a demotion. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Bro. Just a jungle diff. Is what it is. That, we have no consistent AD damage because we have a Ziggs. So I can kind of kill all of like any of these, but I don't one-shot them because that's not what Ari does at any point. Even when you go full damage, you're still relying on someone on your team being relevant to actually do anything. And it's not the case there. That's just not the case. And then it's a Malzahar. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if I beat the Malzahar and he goes 0 and 6 in laning phase, or if he goes 6 and 0. He's a Malzahar. He's just gonna press ult. There's no gameplay around that. He's just gonna press ult. That's guaranteed value. But it is better to get him behind so that he's not strong, right? So that on top of ulting you, he's not just one-shotting you on his own with damage, because he can do that. By having your jungler come mid. Because the only— I don't know why people have lost sight of this. Mid and jungle are literally hand in hand. You cannot exist without the other. Unless you're snowballing like Katarina or Locke or something. then you can make them relevant, and they will come to you because, oh, there's a bunch of kills. They just get to free scale and then become strong, and there you go. But mid and jungle need to play together. They're supposed to get a pick mid, and then they can go enemy jungle. You have prio, you get their farm, they get less farm, goes from there. But everyone in solo queue plays like it's top versus top, mid versus mid, jungle versus jungle, bot lane versus bot lane. It's a lie that everyone ganks bot lane. That's just how it goes. But literally, more than any other role, I mean, I don't think support counts, because support in ADC is literally just support has all of the power budget in the lane. That's just how it is. If your support's bad, you're not going to be able to really do much. You're at their mercy. It is kind of the same in mid. If the enemy mid laner is going to get help from their jungler, there's nothing you can do. You don't get to play aggressive. You don't get to try and build your lead. You don't get to roam anywhere because you can't push out waves and get prio, which means your jungler can't get objectives, which means you just slowly lose the game. Not something that the people in ELO have figured out, but I'm going to go to the bathroom and contemplate whether or not it is worth continuing to play solo queue in League of Legends. Or we just chat or something. I'll be right back. Also, I've realized that it paused this again because it's like, you have an ad blocker on. Yeah, well, cry about it. That's going to continue because you keep trying to dox me out of advertisements, YouTube. Cry about it. You think they'd have like I'm a content creator mode, so they would just not use anything, because even if you turn off geolocation, right, and it says, we're not using geolocation data, it'll still target ads to you based on your geolocation data. So, hence Opera GX with a VPN, the VPN thingy that it lets you use, and adblock, screw you. So, that said, I am going to use my tried and true method of making decisions coin flip. Ted says we play another late game. Okay, we're just chatting. Sick. Whew. Okay, that's coolio. The real content that all of you apparently show up for, because it's, you don't show up for the gameplay. I know. I'm living in denial about the whole streaming games thing, at least to start. I could see it becoming a thing that I could do reliably, but yeah, obviously not the case. Also, I wouldn't exactly call League the most relaxing experience, but if I played a game that actually was relaxing, I would fall asleep. So, that's not hyperbole, by the way. I would just fall asleep. It is what it is. Alrighty. Well, we have options. Do I rant about my horrific luck in everything competitive? Where I know the like meme is, oh, my teammates, if it weren't for my teammates, but like reliably, for some reason, I get teammates who just don't use whatever brain cells they do have and are trying to lose from the outset most of the time. Deep Blue has a feature where it'll kind of like say, it calls it fate. Basically, it's just saying whether or not you have teammates that are more often than not detrimental to trying to win the game. Most of the time, mine are detrimental to trying to win the game. It's, yeah. Obviously, sometimes I get carried. It happens, but the whole... What is it? It's like... Was it 5% or something? It's like 10 or 5% of games you're guaranteed to win, 10 or 5% you're guaranteed to lose, and... Or was it 30%? 30% you're guaranteed to win, 30% you're guaranteed to lose? Some percentage. You're guaranteed to win some, you're guaranteed to lose some, and then there's the ones in the middle which you can actually influence. But there is the asterisk if it depends on what character you play, because I don't play characters that generally win on their own. So... yeah. Not great. Case in point, Ahri. There's not a lot that you can do as an Ahri if the enemy team's all fed and your team is not, because she's a facilitator. She wants someone else to have CC so that she can layer her CC on their CC because hers is a skill shot, which, as I proved, I can land. But then I also immediately got E'd by an Urgot and died, so like, could have flashed, but still. Is what it is. But yeah, if you play like Riven or Katarina every game, sure, you can carry a lot of those games and influence them. You'll win more, guaranteed. But I play to have fun. I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, I'm gonna play this meta character because they're so broken and OP. I tend to actively not play the characters that I already play if they become broken or OP for like a patch or two, because it's boring. I like winning because I'm better, not because the character just plays itself and there's nothing they can do. Yes, it's part pride, but also just... I know that I'm good. I proved multiple times that mechanically, I'm not that bad. I'm not like top 1% or anything, I don't think. Maybe it can be, but I'm not at the moment. I'm like a mix of mechanics and tactics? Macro, I guess, as it's called, on average, in MOBAs. But... yeah, I just don't play the characters to carry. It just is what it is. I'm gonna take my headset off. I don't need it. I'll just keep an eye on OBS and yell at me if the music stops again. Because it probably will. It works for a bit. I would get YouTube Premium, except money. So maybe I can do something with... I'll probably snip and download those 2 games or whatever, just to see if I can do anything with them. which means I guess I have a project for the weekend. I have 2 videos that I can work on editing. And hopefully figure out once and for all what I like in terms of creating video content. I think I'm tending towards live recordings / commentary, whatever. But you know, I'm the sort of person who doesn't really know if I like something unless I've tried it, and so I need to try it. I don't need to do it for a long time, I just need to actually try it and see, like, okay, do I like the editing process? Do I like the whole... is it seamless downloading it and then figuring out what to do with it? I think there'll be some times that I do that, but I think generally it'll just be live recording. And then just try and get out of my own head with the whole feeling pressure about, like, oh, I need to perform now, well now, because I'm recording it live. And so it needs to be good. There's other ways around that, of course. I can not be entirely, I'm so good at the game focused, which is generally what I'm going to do anyway, because I'm not God's gift to League of Legends. I'm aware. I'm decent. I win plenty of games on Neferi, and Ari is less great this season because everyone is less willing to team play. And also mid lane is literally worthless if you're not just killing your opponent and roaming bot. I mean, if you watch pro play, you'll notice that that's what the pros are doing, by the way. The mid laners aren't, like, solo killing each other and playing for mid. They're just roaming to bot and getting a kill and then going back mid. Because it doesn't matter. And I guess I just need to play like that. I like dueling my opponent, which is why I do stuff besides jungle. So I tend to do that, and then when I play stuff like Ari, I lose more even though I play well on a micro standpoint. I don't influence the map enough via just roaming bot. But then also there's the whole flip side of, okay, but are they going to actually use that lead? I've had plenty of times that I've done that, and then they just shit the bed, and I'm screwed. I'm not ahead of my mid lane opponent, I'm even, because nothing that happened bot mattered. And probably their jungler gets fed or something, because, like, likely their jungler goes bot and kills my bot lane. And then their bot lane gets ahead and the jungler gets ahead, and then I can't play mid because their jungler's ahead and they're coming to say hi. Welcome to low elo. And I would say gold is low elo. Definitively, it's a low elo. Most people in gold are probably decent at playing one character, and then they have no clue how to play the map. None. Zero idea. It's pretty stupid. But what are you gonna do? Oh. That's pretty stupid. Let's go the average IQ of gold League of Legends players. Or Valorant, for that matter. It's the same thing. It's just people have egos, and I say for whatever reason, because the world's kind of a shitty place at the moment. Lots of stress going around. So people are less inclined to play for their teammates and work together. Yeah. It's just the current everything that's going on. Need more ideas for just chatting streams, realistically. If only I knew people who didn't have lives. But no, everyone I know is so responsible. Responsibilities, family events, work. Sad indeed. I know the obvious answer. Reach out to other people. And the content creators are fair. Yeah, so anyway. It'd be nice if it was easier to come up with ideas though. But the problem is that there's just too many ideas to do. And so then my brain stalls out and it's like, It's the same problem that I had in college with, like, they'd say, write an essay on a topic. It's like, okay, cool. Is there a theme? No, just pick something. All right, cool. Cool, thanks. That's fantastic. Love that. My favorite. Just pick a topic. Random topic. I do eventually, but it takes a while. We're definitely done. Not a horrible idea. The flip side is that my brain is stupid. Is like, oh, but then what do I do in the future? Because it's like my brain loves going into the future. It's like, okay, so I talk about this. What then? There's not infinite topics, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, brain. That's really dumb. First off, you can circle back around. That's the beauty of content creation. Second, there's a lot of topics. Even just within gaming, right? But like, I don't really want to be a game journalist sort of thing. I don't want to do reviews, really. So I don't know. Something to plan. Checklist would work. Narrow it down. Be nice if I could do it faster. But, well, that hasn't happened. It's not gonna happen. Simply must move on and figure out. No. Oh. Still needs something you can go with it, but it's so difficult to come up with a topic and then not do anything. At a certain point, it's just like, just do something. I'm glad. I'm glad that came across the good because I did speech to text. As you can see, that could have gone much worse. But hey, I think I get a clip out of that now, so that's good. Productive stream. Let's go. Dog, if you considered not choking on your fur? I know, just weird thought, but like, if you could just not, we'd both be happier. Anyway. Yeah. It is appreciated. I always say that I'm technically really not much of a main character type person. More of like a secondary character. But I'm fine with that. I don't like being center of attention. But then, Casey, why do you stream? Well, that's, you know, it's fun. But the fact remains, it'd make a better side character. Maybe like a secondary main character sort of thing, but yeah. So, people to play off of is nice. Bounce ideas off of, whatever. That, I'd say, is my element. More so than pulling random BS out of my hat. Well, out of a hat like Naruto or something. It's not me. It's just not me. I had a tendency to pick things which are like, oh, but this would technically be good if that's what other people did. It's great. It's not me. As I've said before, eventually lock in and actually do it, but that's just, for some reason, my brain needs to go through the entire process before it's like, this isn't working. No kidding. Who could have seen that coming? What a surprise. Shocked. Alas. I must work within my own limitations. Which is both physical in terms of tech and mental. Arguably physical because brain, but you know what I mean. And I'm shutting. Okay. So like a drive home podcast. Random general BSery? Yeah, pretty much. I did look more into podcasts, and I don't know if they changed it or what, but it is less complicated than I remembered. Maybe it's just overwhelmed at the time, who knows? But I need to remember to make a square thumbnail for that. Heck if I know what I use for that, but maybe I'll just go with my now patented large eye. Who knows? It looks cool. So, maybe. Mayhaps. But I need to do that, and then I can upload, like, not this stream, but the last two, maybe? I'm hesitant, because I kind of reference stuff that happens on screen, which would be weird. But I guess just do it as the answer. So, that's again the overthinking thing. It's like, just do it. Hope you farm clips. Appreciated. Yeah. That's, I guess, technically from a content side of things. The downside of being aware of when I'd be saying stupid things or whatever. I'm not very clippable in that context, usually. I'd say enough off-the-wall stuff anyway that I could probably clip, but less so when I'm BSing to myself. When I'm snarking at the people, though. And I do need to... Alright, before I forget again. Thumbnail. Square thumbnail. I can at least put the video in. So I have 2 streams and a video that I can toss into just generic Fox Talks playlist for a podcast. Because somehow I'm considered relaxing to listen to. Which is slightly unorthodox as niches go, but I guess I'll take it. Annoyingly vague in terms of there's a lot of wiggle room in there for things that I can do. But I guess the upside is technically I only need to make videos about talking, even if my brain is incredibly fixated on gameplay. Because I like playing games. But this is one of the things where it's just gonna have to come second. Build an audience first, and then there'll be more people who will just care about sticking around to see gameplay, because it's like this. If you're gonna go look for a YouTube video of a game, there is untold amount of people who've probably played that game at one time or another. So you likely already have someone else who you would go to watch that content, because that's how YouTube works. Someone does something, you watch them for that thing. So on and so forth. As a streamer, if you build an audience with videos, you grow that, they get closer, they like how you do things, they like your personality, they like how you talk about stuff, whatever. And then you could transition that over to, not all of them, mind you, but transition that over to, okay, now they'll stick around on a stream, and some percentage of them will watch basically whatever you do. I mean, the idea behind streaming in the first place was like sharing stuff with friends, no? Friends, and then it became sharing stuff with random people on the internet who like similar things, which that's the entire idea behind it. So, you know, maybe not put the cart before the horse, sort of thing. That does mean that I need to put some gameplay stuff up though, which is fine because I play games anyway, I could just record them. But it will be mostly just chatting stuff for stream. Because it's easy. Also less stressful. Also what most people seem to be here for, so fair enough. I have thought about doing like, I don't know if it would even work because it's kind of intensive, but in a weird way. Project Zomboid is a game that I've thought about, but they still haven't released Build 42, so you know, that's annoying. But then I also, even if I could run and stream games like Valheim, or if it weren't annoying, Aska, it's not really my type of game. They're a little too low intensity. I'm not sure where Project Zomboid lands in that, but I don't know. Surprising, I'm sure. The ideal for me would be a game like Battlefield or whatever, but I definitely can't stream that. Trying that with 2042. No. That would just hasten my PC's demise, so gonna avoid that. But something with a mix of pace like that would be ideal, because I thought of like story games or whatever. No, that's not it. I'm looking forward to War Dogs. And if it ever releases GTA 6. Because it's just the right mix of shenanigans and BSery that it's pretty much perfect for me. Of course, they need to get a new PC before I can do either of those, which means I need to get this whole thing to take off. Or finally just actually do ASMR, which is the obvious out. But then we're back to what the hell to do for that. Because like, I mean, my mic's not bad, but it's not, I'm gonna also not gonna go find a bunch of props and stuff. That's not really my sort of thing. Also, that'd be on the Ione channel, which I might rename to just Vexing Vixen. But keep like the model quotation marks name Ione. Because the email's already set to that anyway, so I'm kind of stuck with it. So I guess leave anything you'd want to see on that front, or topics, because I'm pretty sure it's just going to revolve around talking. It's that or write scripts for like a roleplay thing, lean more into the like spirit box thing, I guess. Good work. You'll never guess what the tone would be. I know, you'll be shocked. Relaxing. I know. Bold, never before seen. But that would be it. Yep. Yeah. Of course, I say script. It's the very loosest definition of script when I say script, because if I have like a script, then I speak way too stilted. Much better in free form, with like bullet point ideas of what I want to talk about. Depends on the vibe I want to go for with that. Technically, either can work. I mean, technically anything can work. You may not know what it is. A lot of the times, the stuff that works is the stupid things that you did by accident, but c'est la vie. The only guarantee is that you will not accomplish anything by doing nothing. Yep. Yeah. So, just do something. It may be bad, but at least then you know that it's bad and you can narrow it down. So, yeah. You still have to work on the voice a little bit though. Which is funny, because it's certainly easier off stream, but I mean, even I get the reaction of like, oh, well, okay. Spent many years obviously trying not to sound as female, which was funny because I used to be, what's the word? Confused with my mom on the phone, which, yeah. Technically, naturally, I'm more likely to lean towards that, but you know, habit. And especially when doing stuff online, habit. So there's a lot of stuff to untangle there, I guess you could say. Sometimes easier than others. Obviously, when I'm relaxed, it's even easier, but no. Yay. Mental hang-ups. Let's go brain things. Woo. Love to see it. And sure, you heard the chanting in the background saying one of us, right? Like that wasn't just me. Hopefully. Might have just been me. That's awkward. Should get that looked at. But once again, a reminder of my checklist, which is make thumbnail for podcast so that I can get double the work out of the content that I make, because might as well. I'm under no circumstances mistaking the idea that I'm going to bother clipping a bunch of stuff by going back through the stream and watching it and be like, yes, that. First off, I'm a horrible judge of what is actually good to clip as far as like non-gameplay things. I can recognize good gameplay, something that's impressive or whatever, but with the talking, I'm A, biased, and B, biased, and C, biased, also just not the greatest at it. Like, I know, I see, like, the peak things, but, like, I need some B tier stuff, right? Not the like creme de la creme. I just need some B tier stuff to like toss into shorts. Average experience of the stream sort of thing. Which would be easier on Twitch because you can actually clip that, and technically supposedly be able to clip YouTube streams or videos, but it doesn't seem like that works in practice in terms of it's physically impossible. So maybe it's just being rolled out? I don't really know, but you know, you don't know. Buttons. I did set up the replay buffer thing in OBS though, so I can just press a button, and if there's an obvious clipping opportunity and I'm awake and not hyper-focused on something, then I can just press the button. So that's easy. Welcome to ADHD. Watch through an entire stream for their potential clip? Hell no. Watch through a bunch of small snippets that could be something worth turning into an actual clip. Yeah, I can do that. I can swing it. That's doable. It's not amazing, but it is doable. Oof. You know what I really need? I need them to make another Battle Stations game. That's what I need. I need the next Battle Stations game. Didn't push the button to capture the replay is depressing. Yeah, that's because we have this incredible thing called ADHD. It's fantastic. It A, creates great content, and B, makes you forget to capture said great content. It's a wonderful cycle. But what are you gonna do? But yeah. It's a necessity regardless, because the two ways to actually grow in content creation is A, knowing people and collabs, and B, actually making content. It's even less of like an A and B or 1 and 2 thing, and more of a just like, they're basically the same importance level. The amount of times we said some shit and then I went back to find it and it was never there. It was so upsetting. Yes. That's the thing. That's why like clipping on Twitch is, I mean, especially VTubers are so grateful to their clippers, because you don't want to, in the moment, have to remember, okay, clip that. Because it just, A, it feels artificial, and B, it takes away from the moment, which also takes away from the quality of the clip. It's part of the ecosystem. That's why a lot of the streamers who you do see become big, or content creators who become big, have someone who clips their content, because they found them and they like them enough, they're like, I'm gonna clip this because I want to show people. It's just what it is. But no, what happens, that happens. So until then, I get to do it myself. Which I'm good at being somewhat objective, so kind of. That sort of works. Doesn't work entirely perfectly, but you know, Fox girls make it. It's kind of funny though, because a lot of people also feel awkward making clips and don't. If the streamer is not a complete asshole, they'll appreciate it. You know, as long as you're not trying to make them look bad, in which case obviously no one's gonna appreciate. And I don't mean like they say something stupid, I mean like framing things in a way that makes them seem like this is something they didn't say, or have an opinion that they don't have, or just makes them look bad, not something that you point and laugh at like, haha, that was a really dumb thing you did. Like it was a kind of an idiot moment. There's layers to it. I don't love looking like an idiot, which is why I spend so much time not doing that, hence the difficulty clipping, but I have my moments. Just not as likely to get cut out saying some, heinously out of pocket shit. Like, oh, I don't know, Gumi. Taking things out of context. Yes. So don't get me wrong, there's like plenty of funny out of context clips, but there's out of context funny and there's out of context trying to like smear their reputation sort of thing. Should be pretty obvious, but it isn't always to some people, I guess. Hey, just don't be a dick. AKA, also known as, not IE, not an example, also known as don't be a dick. As long as you're not doing that, it's fine. You'll appreciate it, especially if it pops off, because I mean, sure, there's a saying that ultimate power corrupts ultimately, and like fame does stupid things to people, but not everyone. And if you live every moment of your life questioning whether or not it'll work out for the best, or whether it'll just go poorly and you take everything negatively, you're not really going to be living, you're just going to be second guessing every decision you make, and trust me, personal experience, not great. Just don't do it. You'll enjoy life a lot more making the occasional mistake. I mean, don't not think about things, obviously, but just do the thing you will regret most not doing, is what I try to say and live by at the moment. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least you won't have the question hanging over your head of, but what if? And what if I did that? What if it did work? I personally say that's better. You won't have no regrets, but you'll have less regrets. Regrets are just kind of a part of life. Most people have them. It is what it is. Yeah. Also, trying too hard to force content also won't work out for you as long as we're on the YouTube side of things. People can tell. People can tell. They may not consciously know, but they'll subconsciously know because it'll feel off. Yeah. Anyway. Is it really only 10 minutes? I think it was only 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure I got a clip of me talking about rehoming villagers and letting them work and job for the rest of their days in a mildly lit area with a constant fear of zombies around. You know, if I had a nickel for the amount of times I've heard that, I think I'd have 2 or 3, which isn't a lot. But it is weird that it's come up 2 or 3 times. Oh, Minecraft. Oh, Minecraft. Oh, if I found the game more interesting, life would be so much simpler. But I don't. No. I have to be the type of ADHD that needs more stakes, I guess. Challenges. Not really a building type person. I mean, like I said, I played League because I like outplaying my opponent. That's what I like doing in League. Like, even when we played COD, that was my favorite part of it, is like outplaying someone in a gunfight. Which, it's COD, it's not saying a ton, but you know, exists. So, we just keep trying things. Also, I don't think that Project Zomwood would be perfect for an every stream type of thing. I like storytelling, and I like sharing cool stories, but oh, I had a point. Making them out of nothing, I guess, isn't exactly my strong suit. No, not quite. Kind of, but not quite. Like, I wouldn't say on rails creativity, but not aimless open world game sort of creativity, I guess. Yeah. Like in between. What a surprise! In between is where I'm best. Whatever. Unless your plans for the future would be living good. I mean, at least my plans for the future would world. Oh, okay. They would be. They will be living good lives in big structures with good jobs and good homes. The ends justify the means. Remember that. It's not me who said, oh, okay, it was, but it's just reading the context. Just reading the context. So he wasn't aware of the building part of my autism ADHD till he introduced me to the game. Yeah, I was right. I was right. You liked it. You still like it. I'm happy. Would be better if I also liked it more, but hmm, I'm content with this. What is series of events? I guess technically, sort of, relatively. Mm, yes, no, but I must be weird. I tend to avoid conflict, but I also like conflict. Hmm. Yes. Not complex at all. Uh, my contrarian brain. Kept playing people in shooters too. In TNT, another undiscovered thing is storytelling world building. Yeah. You've kind of always been doing the storytelling thing though. This is one thing that I do want to get better at, is like the actual telling of a story. Cause I have plenty of ideas, but the delivery is not always great, partially because I speak a little too quickly, trip over my words, and then get self-conscious and distracted, and then I just try and skip through, or I forget things because thank you, brain. Last make a fool you. Laughs and makes a fool you, but you've gotten more into it. Yes. Okay, there we go. Words. They're important to read correctly. It's a little more complicated when, you know, it's also speech to text, and then me reading it, and then having to parse out, but then also overthinking it sometimes, and so it's actually not that complicated, but I make it complicated. You know, the usual. This is like 90% why I've never done D&D though. Too self-conscious. Which is funny, because I do like role-playing, or the idea of role-playing. But then, yeah, too self-conscious. Pronunciations next to cities and names that you create. Ah, pain. Yes, here's this thing I've created, or this word or sentence that I already know. Let me proceed to mispronounce it when it matters. It's great. Demon, be a player. Oh, no, not dragging me out of my shell. Here's that. Ignore that I've like dragged myself out of my shell for like 2 years doing this whole streaming thing. That's not relevant. There's answers. Gee, I wonder whose fault that is. It's not like you torture them or anything. Or invited. Mm-mm. No, not at all. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Not that I noticed that after like 16 plus years or anything. I have to pick that up at all. I'm also not vindictive in the slightest. No. I do not make a habit of dry, snarky, British-style commentary. Not even slightly. Yeah, just mild PTSD dreams. Like, they're only a little traumatized. It's fine. It's part of the narrative. It's great. They'll love it later in post. Nightmares? Don't worry about that. No, it's only a story. Stories don't give people nightmares. It's fine. Moderately unrelated, but I will never look at inflatable huskies the same way again. Still in the other room. Yeah, not on my list of things that I'd want to see when I open a door. Just standing there, menacingly, in a poorly lit hallway. It was great. Druid incinerated a mother and infant were in the cage. No. I mean, at least they got incinerated. It could have been worse. It could always suck more, chat. Remember that. It can always suck more. Don't be weird. Not like that. Technically, her wildfire opossum spirit. Why did I say the O? Wildfire possum spirit incinerated them. Okay, that's a sentence. Yeah. 10 feet of footprint of summoning it in the 10-foot sphere. Doesn't D&D tend to use meters? Or does he use feet? I thought it was meters. Or was that Baldur's Gate? It might be Baldur's Gate. But yeah. Yeah, it's always the fine print. It's always the fine print. Feet. What was the feet obsession, I swear. First Briar, now this. Actually, no. It was Taliyah first. Taliyah. Taliyah was Locke. Briar came later. Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that is Baldur's Gate then. I really need to hunt down the what I used for the D&D Beyond account. Because I have one, but I don't remember what it was. So I should probably look that up at some point. Invested in all that. Mm. There's an idea for like an ASMR thing. Reading short stories. It's a little bit of gray area in terms of like my own versus other people's. I don't know exactly where that lands, but it's just gonna take research, I guess. Or writing my own, which gives me an excuse to actually write my own. Yeah. I'll just put that up there next to eventually getting into 3D editing / animation. Learning guitar again, piano, editing in general, planning out content also in general, just the minor stuff. Eventual voice acting as well. That was part of the thought. But, I mean, if we're going to talk about thematics, a fox spirit born between worlds, reading, like, fables and stuff, kind of just fits. Lessons, advice, trickster, sort of things. Just works. It's the sort of thing you like, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, yes. Mhm. I mean, it's like, if you come across a video about that's like a lore video on a topic, you don't expect rapid fire cuts or anything like you would get in a Maxer video. You kind of expect some like laid back librarian type personality reading like out of a cozy chair next to a fire sort of vibe, right? Doesn't mean it can't be an entertaining thing. There should be cuts anyway because it's just retention and whatnot. But that's just storytelling. It's not even specific to YouTube. That's just storytelling. Listen and watch that. That's a great idea. That's why I haven't done it till this point, probably because brain. Thank you, brain. Oh, it's the classic. Come up with idea, forget idea, remember idea years later, and then do idea like a year after that. I love my brain. Ugh. I also need, okay. The other reason was that I couldn't figure out how to do the background, which would that be good to do in Unreal? So I basically just need the background that I use in like for the thumbnails of these video streams and whatnot. Just want to add like a little shimmer effect to it so it looks like the stars are moving, which works for them because like space or like spirit realm sort of thing, it fits. Then there's also the question of actually using a model. Which I think I should, but just not like orthodox like this. So some things to play around with, but instead of actually just overthinking it and not doing it, I need to just do it and play around with it that way. Which sounds obvious, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. I can be an idiot sometimes. But yeah, that'll get me more practice with vocal work. One of which is just not modulating my voice more so it actually sounds more within something that I'm comfortable with that represents me. And also then I can work back into getting accents down, because currently they're all in the wrong pitch and resonance because I haven't, which is annoying because I like accents. They're fun. They're very fun. Different mouth shapes and whatnot. I guess that'd be part of myadism. Is accents. But yeah. I don't know if I want to commit to doing like a different accent each video, but that's an idea for the future, I suppose. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. We will see. What am I battery-wise? Not decent. What am I at time? Ugh. Oh, it's... What do you mean? Looks outside? Barely looks like dusk? Oh, what time is it? It's like, what, 7 o'clock, right? 9:10. Yeah, sure, world. That's fantastic. Thanks. I love daylight savings time. So it's been pretty monotone, so I've been working on being more expressive. D&D has helped, and being more cognizant of it has forced me to be more expressive. But that's also just kind of a normal thing for guys, is talking monotone. Guys tend to talk more like, this is, I'm gonna have to use a music term here, staccato, which is like do 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 sort of thing, instead of legato, which is like flowing basically, which is what women tend to use. So that's not necessarily bad in general, but for storytelling, it works for a type of storytelling, to be fair. So it really just depends on what you want to do. That's just, I guess, the moral of life. You can make just about anything work. It's just, you've got to work it a little bit, figure out what you want to do, and then actually do it. It's just the part I'm working on. Romantasy books. I'm scared. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Because I think I maybe know, but I don't fully know. Ignoring that, smut, yes. I'll have you know that I have not actually listened to any books on tape of that. We don't need to get into the fact that I'm my favorite series. Not for that, mind you. Just had it. was the Riley Jensen Guardian series, which I would have liked probably more if it didn't have it in it, but it did. So, that's what it does. Just mythology, werewolves, magic sort of thing. Fourth Wing is fire. I feel like you've recommended that before, or at least mentioned it before. But I don't really read books these days because they cost money. So I tend towards fan fiction, which is on the quality sometimes, but hey, at least I have a giant backlog of books to go through at some point. The third book now. Fourth Wing. I want to say that's something like Phoenix related, but I could be wrong. You use Audible? That would be good. I tend to like reading it myself more though, because then I could just dragons something. That's right. No, yeah, you did. Yeah, okay, you did mention it before. It is dragons. Dragon Riders, specifically. Which, other favorite of mine, Dragon Riders of Pern. Very good series. Can recommend. But, yeah, see, we're the opposite there. I read mostly because I read very quickly. So I can finish most novels in like a day. And I don't mean 24 hours, I mean like in a day of reading. So just during the daytime and then usually staying up a little late. Dragon Riders people write us potato. No, I don't think that's... well, I mean, it could be the same thing in context, but I'm just saying, scalies exist, you know. No judgment. I sit before you with fox ears, so, you know. Let's be honest, boring. Normal humans are boring anyway, so like, whatever. I'm still waiting for one of the gacha games to like have a character that isn't boring generic human, which would be nice. Would be very nice. Also, maybe not Amnesiac. It's kind of getting old. We'll see if that ever happens, but time will tell. I'm sure statistics of probability and whatnot. It's gonna happen eventually, surely. Maybe. They are mostly made by Eastern companies, so I don't exactly know their stance on that. Who knows? Make a new account to make these Minecraft videos. Can't have my family-friendly channel be associated with these conversations about smut. Look, it's a normal biologic process. Everyone takes part in it. Well, mostly not. There are some asexual people, so they wouldn't. They might read, though. There's a difference between reading about it and like actively wanting to participate in it. So they might, but I mean, I'm not about to go into graphic detail or anything, and I'm definitely not reading any of it on stream. But well, you know, it's the reason that I label my like YouTube has a drop-down option for videos and whatnot, whether it's aimed at children or not. I very specifically have hit no. Not mostly because of this, mostly because we tend to make the occasional salacious joke, I guess. But you know, there are chapters that should be censored. Oh, my brutish friend. Oh. How was the time travel from, like, you know, the Victorian era, by the way? Just asking. Curious. I can't even make fun of him for age. I'm literally a year older. That doesn't work. Looking? Well, in context, no, not really. Waiting. I'm waiting. I'm gonna be waiting a little bit because he's on text-to-speech, so it might take a moment. And I prefer he doesn't crash his car. Yes. So, until then, just gonna look at you. Yeah. This is what I'm doing. Riveting. Now, I know on average most of you probably won't enjoy eye contact, but I'm doing it anyway. It's gonna keep going. I can't do anything about the smug grin. Okay, that's just a limitation of the model. Otherwise, it just looks unexpressive permanently. I've never read that kind of stuff. As adventurous as I was when I was younger, it still makes me blush. Is this a bad time to mention that that series that I brought up was... I literally read that in high school in the middle of class? Also Twilight, but like that's whatever. It's whatever books, but yeah, it was popular at the time. Honestly, some of the fan fiction of it is better than the actual series because Stephanie Meyer wasn't the best writer. She just hit on an interesting idea that people liked and ran with. The plot points were not the most amazing. That could also just be a girl thing. That and I don't really have shame thing. Kind of weird, because I don't really feel shame. But then I know the things that most other people would be embarrassed or ashamed of, and then I just kind of like shy away from that because it'd make them uncomfortable. But me personally, I really don't care. Like 90% of the time. Yeah. Mm. I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm weird. It's kind of the point. But hey, it's good for content creation, so we'll run with it. Actually, it probably is like a boring, goody two-shoes, normie norm person who's made it as a content creator. There has to be a demographic for that. Rest easily. Should know how long each other. Yeah. Only stuff related to that embarrasses you. Most fully yourself. Yeah. Oh no, that's 100%. Hadn't noticed at all. It's also not something that's come up a lot, weirdly enough. And by weirdly enough, I mean it's not weird at all. It's... yeah. It doesn't come up in most conversations. I know, odd. I'm not exactly Project Melody, but... I make comments. I talk about things. I notice things. My brain always goes back to that's what she said as an easy, low effort joke, because it is, and it's always funny. Almost, mostly. Yep. The music stopped. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Continue. No, you're still not getting paid, YouTube, because I'm not getting paid. If I get paid, then you can get paid. Being witness to some of Sean and yours conversations. That is true. That is very true. Namely, Anna. Yes. But no, I got involved in nothing because I was a little goody two shoes. Whatever. I've heard some things then. Because I've also read some things. A lot of things. Logan, Anna, Morgan, Vanessa, Alexis. Technically, that's past tense. You were a whore. A man whore, specifically. I don't know if you really need a distinction there, technically speaking. Also, wouldn't that just make you a slut, technically? Because usually whores like you do it for money. So... I don't know. I feel like it kind of works, like you get the idea sort of thing, but it's not really like technically correct, which naturally my brain cares about way more than it needs to. Should have been charging stuff. Well, hey, you know, saying you should never do anything you're good at for free. So I guess technically, yeah. You have a track record. Obviously, you're at least decent at it. So yeah, maybe you should have been charting. Although I guess that'd also technically be illegal to do in most places, so... And... you just charge a lower price then, come on now. This is basic business. Shaping your craft. Honing, technically, but you know. Close enough. Isn't this GTA 4? It's not even, doesn't even count. This is just GTA 4 things. Okay? You shoot stuff. It's a game. Oh, GTA 4. I miss you. And this stupid swing set glitch. The gunplay was also just infinitely more impactful than GTA 5 ever was. Vehicles. No, the driving was a little better too, I think. Technically it was worse, but it was more fun. I came in massacres. You know. This is a bad influence in society. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Also money. They had money. You spent a lot of money. Also, I got to mess with you. Just most of it, to be fair. I'm aware that I'm a little shit, alright? I'm fully aware. It's practically my trademark. Fox. I feel like it was on the tin. $? No, there wasn't that many strippers. Also, this just was one of the best places to like hold out against the cops. Like, what do you want from me? It had a good choke point. Arguably too good of a choke point, because you could kind of do it indefinitely. And it's GTA 4 online, so you could also use cheats without breaking rules. Talking about John and I. Yeah, they're at Liberty Island. Yeah, that too. Oh, there might have been one. No, there was one of them that was like, the museum was like okay, but there was too much verticality, and they'd kind of just like drop down on the helicopter so you'd get sandwiched. So it was like fine, but it wasn't amazing. But yeah, no, GTA 4 was a much better game for role-playing purposes in terms of actually experiencing, because it was just much more cinematic than GTA 5 I could ever dream of being. RPGs on Liberty Island. Yeah, but the RPG that was like not inherent, it was inherently inaccurate. Man, gaming used to be fun. Everything's about precision. Oh well. The pendulum swing. Pendulum swing, if you will. But yeah, the ragdolls in that game were also just peak. Peak ragdolls. They weren't really over the top, unless you got hit by a car. But we got good with them. Yeah. It was still the sometimes, because like, I mean, they just did the little spiral pattern. Like, you could kind of estimate based on the range, but like sometimes you got it wrong and it just goes over. But it was also great because like even without dying there was a ragdoll, so if you got shot you could just kind of like trip and fall over. It was just more cinematic. I'm biased. I like cinematic experiences. That's why if it ran better I'd probably do more arc creators. I don't know if it wasn't boring as hell. Because that game is peak cinematic experience. It's just that it runs out of content, and also the developers focused way too hard on balancing things. Like, there were some things that were broken need to be brought online, but they either left them too long or made it unfun. Like, a lot of the higher tier weapons will just deteriorate too quickly, so you don't want to take them. And it's like its niche was low intensity extraction shooter that was more forgiving. So it was just kind of a weird dichotomy. Every game after that was shot down air vehicles with RPGs. The ridiculousness in Battlefield 4 and 3. I don't know why I said that in that order, but yeah. And you taking out a little bird pilot in Battlefield 3. No, that was 4, because Damba van Beek. From like 200 meters away. Because, you know, you and pistols. But yeah. What can I say? One of the things that I'm best at is estimating ranges. That's why I lean towards snipers. Just good at it naturally. It is what it is. Still technically holds true in Counter-Strike and Valorant, but I do also tend to overthink it more these days. And anxiety myself into missing. Working on it. It's a work in progress. I know. Surprise, we heard the... I said the line. They were in the tunnel and seeing bot shots. We were in their spawn. Yeah, I got mad because you were giving away that we were there. And our team was not doing amazing, if I remember correctly. I personally blame autism. Sometimes get a little caught up in being technically correct on things and not so much on the fun aspect. What are you gonna do? At least I'm aware of it. Still bullshit, by the way. As I used to say to worries all the time, just because it worked doesn't mean it wasn't stupid. Okay, it was still stupid and technically incorrect, but it did work the one time. And I think another separate time in a different map. But you know, my point stands. Okay, My point stands. If it's stupid but it works, it's still stupid. You just got away with it. And it's like in League. There's times where it's really dumb to just all in your opponent under their turret. Because their jungler should be there, could be there, but they're just not where they should be, or they don't do anything. And so you get away with it. Part of the annoyance of Loki, though. We're in their spawn. Okay, no problem. Bam. Yeah, exactly. With the statistically least likely to kill weapon considering you had a rifle. Whatever. Whatever. I'm done mad. I'm sure we'll have a reenactment in War Dogs. I'm sure it'll happen at least once. Which... I'm pretty sure you did in fact have a sniper. With magnified optics. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I do hope that War Dogs is going to be good. It looks like it will be. But the world is befret of mid-2000s non-super serious but not super arcadey shooters at the moment. And it looks like that's gonna aiming up to fit that niche. So I'm tentatively excited for War Dogs. Mainly because the last, like, 5 games that I'm like, oh, I'm really excited for this, it looks good. Skull and Bones. Battlefield was okay, I just couldn't get it. I wasn't even excited for the last Call of Duty, and we see how that turned out, so, you know. The moral of the story is don't pre-order things, it's just not worth it. I mean, I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like, oh my god, I bought into this game in early access and it has like nothing in it. Don't get it. It's like, are you kidding? You bought into an early access game that says it's early access and it's being worked on actively. What do you mean? Oh god, yes, that was the one I was mostly thinking about. Cyberpunk 2077. Open world, your decisions matter. It'll be great. On release, bugs everywhere. Everything, and I still stuck with it until I got to a bug where I wanted to craft a specific weapon. And I had to go around and get all the materials for it and find the blueprint and all of that. And then I unlock it and I craft it. And there was a bug where it is just whatever weapon you were holding previously, instead of the actual model of the weapon that you crafted. And I haven't played the game since. It's supposedly gotten better, but it has still gotten nowhere near what they promised with like a living world and your decisions will matter. Literally, the first off, it censors the hell out of the nudity in a cyberpunk game to the point where it just it allows you to customize your genitals, which, whatever. But then it does that, and then it just doesn't matter? Because you always have underwear on, permanently. Not even underwear that you can like choose or change, it's just the default cover it up. And then they also changed like parts of the first mission, because nudity and blah 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 blah. First impression ruined the game for you as well. Same thing with Squad. I can do... Huh? I can't tell if that's like, you've made a realization, or like a sarcastic, wait, I can do what? And then there's the other side. What's the saying? the... I don't remember. There's a saying. Other thing drops. Not on the other hand, but kind of same idea. Into the customization of the genitalia. Yeah. So you can do that. I think even in the, like, sex scenes with your love interest, they censored that too. They added the underwear to that. Even BioWare didn't do that. And it was earlier. They came out years before. It's like, society. Oh my god, a cyberpunk game that is rated 17 and older has mature themes in it? The horror. You can't do that. No. Change it. They're never going to play the game, by the way. These are the people who are never going to play the game. They just want to be upset. Fudging. I'm going to go to Baldur's Gate environments. Good god. Yeah, the dichotomy of that. You go from Cyberpunk 27 to, hi, you are Bear now. We do things. Yeah, that scene. Okay, Halson. Not my... I don't think there's anyone in that game that is really my type. I mean, I like Shadowheart well enough, but A, you can't play as any sort of fox character or even cat character. The closest you get is Dragonborn. B, it just never really fulfilled the fantasy I had as far as the abilities go, because like I have a very active imagination, and it's a little too linear on the ability side of things. Like, the classes sound cool, but then they don't really play like how they sound like they would. I still have yet to finish Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. And then I got the game before it even released. And I restarted it multiple times before it fully released. And then even since it fully released, I think I've gone through and like started 3 different playthroughs. And not even... I think I got through Act 1 once. A single time. Heck if I know. Maybe at some point. I don't know. It's a game that needs to be played in hours long sessions, and then also it just kind of goes slowly. I don't know. I'm still pissed at Larian about the trailer that they had for their next game. So I would argue that that's not safe for life, but you know. Yeah. That lives in my head rent free. I don't recommend looking it up. I'm surprised that they were allowed to play that at the Game Awards. Or whatever it was. I forget what they played it at. But, yeah. No. It goes beyond just gory, so. Ooh. Need to get ready to sleep. It's 10. It's 10 o'clock. Okay. I might just call it there. Because I'm starting to space out too, so I should probably go find some food. Hopefully you hear that before I dip. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't really have a schedule per se. I'm trying to stream more often. And if I do go the route of using... I don't think I would go the route of using stream content for videos per se, just because it's It's an involved process. I'd have to go through, clip the footage, and then still edit it. But I don't know, it's that or recording it. But here's actually got a way to record it. Which is probably what I'm leaning towards. But yeah, I guess you'll see. Still trying to stream more often though, so you got that to look forward to. What'll I do? Who knows? Not a lot of League, that's for sure. I know that much. But for a long rambling thing, you join the Discord down below because I re-added the link too. And if you want to know what music has been playing for most of the stream, because it stopped sometimes, that's also down below. Well, auf Wiedersehen, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.